Hello and welcome to today's session on mask work. Now it's important to notice that Dario Fo saw masks as a really useful device for actors, and they're prevalent throughout Commedia dell'arte. Fo once said, "The mask and its own personality shift in relation to overall body poses and to the gestures that one produces." Now, this is really important to remember, really key within performance of masks, that the mask can be seen as neutral. And when you're wearing a mask, it magnifies everything else that you do. In general, we communicate using our facial expressions, our gestures, our tone of voice, and all of those elements combined to communicate meaning and feeling. However, as soon as you put a mask on, we lose, particularly in a full face mask, we lose several of those means of communication. We no longer have facial expression to communicate. We no longer have vocal tone to communicate. So our physicality becomes magnified and much, much more important. And thus our movements become key. It's the detail and the small movements are magnified. Obviously, when performing in Commedia dell'arte, often it's exaggerated and over the top and physical. And that's good. But if you really want to make clear what it is you're trying to say or how you're trying to feel, then the detail of the movement is what's key in order to get there. So you'll see from the upcoming clip how just a small change in physicality can convey clear messages, feelings, emotions, and narrative. As you can see here, a slight tilt of the head has an effect as to how we perceive the mask and how it's brought to life. Turning to the side can affect the audience's perception of the mask and the reality of it, as you can see, moving forward. And then looking up and looking down. See how the change in face angle affects the emotion immediately of what the character can see, or the audience can see. A slight change in the physicality changes the strength and posture of the whole character straight away. And just a small movement in the shoulders and a clear, specific gesture. As you can see, these slight changes really change the way we perceive the character and how we feel. The classic shrugging of the shoulders that can be a laugh or a cry. The slight adjustment in that physicality makes it all clear, detailed and specific, adding a little bit of vulnerability with the arms going forward, followed by a single gesture that can convey all kinds of meaning. So as you can see from this, the importance of small gestures, small movements communicate clearly what we're doing as a character. Now it's your turn.